Once famous, K-pop idols have to be careful with any of their actions and have to appear with the best behaviors in order to not be under criticism. Yet, as netizens have been always holding high expectations towards idols, some are considered to be mean and ill-mannered just because their behaviors are not pleasing to netizens. So without any further ado, let's jump into today's video and discover who these idols are. Number 1. aespa's Winter. Often receiving flattering compliments on her sweet, lovely visual and excellent performances, no one could ever imagine that Winter once received many negative comments from netizens due to her allegedly mean nature. Things started at the end of 2020 when aespa together played a game to celebrate Christmas Eve. According to the game's rules from the beginning, the winner would be the one to choose gifts for the other members. And though Giselle was the winner of the game, Winter was said to arbitrarily take over her job without even asking for Giselle's permission. She was seen turning to Karina and saying, "Let me choose for you." Winter then gave Ningning a cheesy bow sweater, which is said to be the ugliest one. It's obvious that Ningning was quite disappointed with the gift. Giselle also experienced the same thing with a massive moose printed in front of her sweater, whereas Winter was said to take the most decent one, which is an elegant lilac purple cardigan. After this video was uploaded, many netizens assumed that Winter is a selfish persona who only wants to save the best for herself without caring about others' feelings. On the other hand, some defended that it is normal for Winter to tease other members as they are close friends, because who on earth doesn't do that with their besties? Moreover, they said that Winter might be a bit competitive as she is straightforward and has a strong personality, but she is real and doesn't try to fake it. Another time, netizens pointed out that Winter took other members' spotlight on purpose. Controversy was sparked after a random video of aespa coming home after work and singing their song Black Mamba was uploaded. Specifically, many said that they noticed Winter constantly running up near the camera, blocking other members' faces, and trying to be the protagonist. In another behind-the-scenes video, she was seen taking away Karina's crown and wearing it on her head without asking for Karina's permission. All of these actions have left a bad impression on many netizens. They criticized Winter for being a rude and self-centered person who always tries to steal netizens' attention from other members. Besides attitude controversies, Winter's facial expression also received mixed opinions. There were many times she was caught looking annoyed and rolling her eyes back and forth. Some netizens said that when looking at these gifs of her, they were a bit scared as it's so irritated, like there's something getting on her nerves, which according to them leaves a really bad impression. When the female idol was flooded with many hate comments, fans protected her by saying that people who judged her negatively actually didn't spend time getting to know her more. They probably just randomly saw a video on social media and then jumped right to conclusion that Winter's manners have a problem. In fact, some also defended that people who throw spiteful words at her are just jealous of her fame and talent. That's why they exaggerate every single thing she did and take it in the most serious way. Number 2. Bob Girls' Migyo. Migyo, a former member of Bob Girls and Love Us, has grabbed great attention for all the bad reasons when some of her ex-staff members spoke out to disclose her true personality. Despite being a less-known singer, the story of Migyo's opposite personality on and off stage has startled many fans and netizens. Specifically, on April 22, 2018, a former staff member of Migyo said that the female idol actually played an important role in the disbandment of both Bob Girls and Love Us. Initially, when working as a member of Bob Girls, Migyo was said to often take advantage of violence to force other members to comply with her demands. The staff member revealed that during a dispute with her roommate, Migyo even broke into a fight with this person and threatened to kill her. The dispute was so severe that the glass door in the room was broken, causing another member accidentally stepping on a piece of glass and got gravely injured. Meanwhile, Bob Girls was about to promote their album in China, but because of Migyo's personality, other members felt too pressured and panic-stricken to cooperate with her. Not long after that, the company found out that one of the members, Gina, had encephalitis, whereby the group officially disbanded. However, netizens believe that's not the real reason. Later in 2015, Migyo re-debuted with Love Us while her personality and working attitude were said to remain unchanged. Her staff said that if Migyo was discontent with something, she would badmouth and backbite others. She was also said to often skip practicing because she didn't get along with the vocal coaches and choreographers. After making a compromise with the company to rent her a new practicing room, she continued to refuse to go there because it was far from her dormitory. Being an unknown artist, Migyo had unreasonable demands on the company, such as asking to change Love Us's lineup, complaining about how expensive public transit was, and even requiring a spectacular MV filming. According to the staff, they felt that Migyo was too arrogant, as if she had been an artist from YG Entertainment and a small company like Creative Us couldn't meet her demands. In the end, Migyo insisted on terminating the contract, even though the CEO was hospitalized at that moment. The funny thing is, Creative Us didn't even file a lawsuit against Migyo because they were too worn out and just wanted her to disappear from their lives for good. Although some of her ex-groupmates, namely Yujong Bob Girls and Dunbi Love Us, once denied the claims, with their sides of the story, Migyo still received harsh criticism from both netizens and fans who believed what the staff said. Number 3. Twice's Nayeon. Associated with a bright and cheerful image, no one could ever imagine that Nayeon has been under fire for her allegedly cold attitude in the debut era. With Twice's rising popularity at the time, the frowning and annoyed expressions as well as misleading words of Nayeon that accidentally got into the camera have drawn much attention and received a slew of comments from Pan. Since her pre-debut in 2016, Nayeon was one of the most outstanding trainees thanks to her good-looking appearance and undoubted talent. For that reason, many believe that she seemed to despise Chewy, a trainee from Taiwan who has much less practice time than her. What made Chewy's fans irritated was the fact that Nayeon commented in an interview that Chewy has nothing but a gorgeous visual. They claimed that as Nayeon felt threatened by Chewy, who was also one of the most anticipated trainees at that time, she purposely put Chewy down to feel better. Another time on the Twice Land Zone 2 Fantasy Park concert in Seoul, during a short break, Nayeon introduced herself as the top member of Twice, making some people feel quite uncomfortable. The controversy was pushed to the peak when Nayeon directly mentioned Chewy and Jonghyun, saying, "I'm number 1, Chewy and Jonghyun are number 8 and number 9. Now come here and introduce yourself and please work hard." Nayeon's somewhat carefree statement really drove Chewy and Jonghyun's fans mad. They left many angry comments saying that Nayeon was too conceited and arrogant when sorting the members by rank. Others suspected that as Nayeon often receives special treatment from JYP for being the center, she is spoiled to the point that she thought she's superior compared to other members and overestimated herself. However, Nayeon's fans claim that those are just baseless accusations from haters, as Nayeon is kind of a competitive and self-confident person, whereas Chewy is timid and reserved, so sometimes people may misunderstand their behaviors with each other. When it comes to other aforementioned circumstances, fans also released evidence showing that those are just clips cut from a full-length video, which can't depict explicitly the whole thing and could cause misleading information. Working with Twice for 8 years, Nayeon must have what kind of personality to be loved by the group members and so many fans. So cutting a controversial scene or trying to cite a few misleading gestures to criticize Nayeon is really an outrageous act on the part of netizens. So, do you think these idols deserve to be titled as being mean as many netizens allege? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching!